Instead of bagging the leaves, he was pushing them toward the fence.
No way. Seriously? Look at the photo. Wow.
Just when I thought my neighborhood drama was over, a new mystery began to unfold. I'd dealt with a parking dispute with my neighbor before, and after that, things quieted down. But then, a few months later, I started noticing something strange along the fence, separating our yards. At first, it was just a few autumn leaves. I figured the wind blew them there, no big deal. But day after day, the pile grew. Soon, it wasn't just leaves. There were grass clippings, small branches, and all sorts of yard trimmings. The pile was getting bigger and bigger, stretching along my wooden fence. One afternoon, I saw my neighbor out in his yard with a rake. I watched as he swept up all his debris, not into a bag, but directly toward the fence, pushing it right up against my side. That evening, I decided to have a friendly chat. I knocked on his door and politely pointed out the growing pile. He just shrugged and said, "It's just leaves. They'll decompose." I really didn't want another conflict, so he let it go, hoping he'd stop. The pile got worse, turning into a soggy, muddy mess. After it rained, it started to attract bugs and even stain my fence. I knew I needed proof. So I set up a small outdoor camera aimed at the fence line. It wasn't to spy, just to see where the mess was coming from. Within 2 days, the camera caught it all. Every afternoon, my neighbor would rake his yard and push the whole pile right against my property. I printed a clear screenshot from the footage. Armed with my evidence, I knocked on his door again. I calmly showed him the photo and explained the problems it was causing. The relaxed attitude he had before was completely gone. He stared at the picture, realizing this could easily become an official complaint. The very next morning, he was outside, cleaning up the entire mess along the fence. He even trimmed some of his tree branches that were hanging over into my yard. A few days later, I saw a brand new compost bin in the corner of his backyard. And since then, my side of the fence has been completely clean. No more leaves, no more mud. It just goes to show, sometimes the best way to solve a problem isn't to argue. Sometimes, all it takes is a little bit of clear proof and a calm conversation. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories.